I appreciate that, though. All right, we're plugged in. Let's try this out now.
Fucking thing sucks! We'll do it live.
Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve. Get in, sit down, buckle up. Cruising with Steve.
Welcome back to Cruising with Steak. Grimsteak here, coming at you live on Tuesday night here on Grimerica FM on October 22nd, 2019. Here I am, here you are, here we are for another exciting, fun-filled podcast adventure tonight. And that's, shit, I think OBDM has that copyright fucking, that's its copyright.
It's a podcast Voyage.
Oh, Voyage, I like that. We can go with Voyage. Joining me is the lovely, he is the, fuck, I had a good one too.
Donnie Don.
What's up, James? How you doing, buddy?
Word up.
Man, I did have a good one, and it's over. It's gone now.
Yeah.
And we also got Mr. Jerry
Pitter
Cthulhu.
patter, let's get at her.
Yes.
That's what you need pencils for. How you doing, boys?
I got a pen in my hand.
There you go. Write
Right.
that shit down, bitch.
And we also have Miss Suzanne.
Love cock.
What? What was that?
She wants cock. She needs cock.
I love that.
Lava cock.
Lava
Lava
cock. Okay. I love cock. That's what I heard for a second. And we've also got Mr. B.Strut. Bill.
What's going on, guys? Generic microphone Bill here tonight. Still waiting on mine on eBay.
Quit bitching. You sound fine.
You sound good.
Well, I want to be professional, though, man.
Yeah.
You can sound better, though. And finishing it off, we got Mr. MellowHorus with us.
What's going on, y'all? How y'all doing?
Hey, what's up, man?
Yo.
Hey. So you guys just, you and Jerry just went to Strange Realities conference. This, we've been plugging this show.
Yeah.
We did. How's your withdrawal going, Mellow? From me. Your withdrawal from me.
Hey, man, it was a really fun time, actually. It was more fun than I thought that it was going to be. I usually don't really go out to places
Yeah.
where I don't really know that many people that are going to be there, but I knew you from the chats, and everyone that I met there was super nice.
And I introduced you to all the cool people.
Oh, yeah, you did. Absolutely. Get to meet Tim and all. I mean, really the whole, freaking
The whole
lineup.
crew, dude. Yeah.
The whole crew. I think the only person that I didn't talk to was Guy Malone.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
I
why.
didn't talk to him either. And Zach Hunt, I didn't talk to him. Didn't really want
I don't
to.
know why. Felt kind of bad. But,
Because we didn't hear him talk. That's why.
yeah, we were sitting outside talking, vaping.
Yeah.
Getting high.
It was a fantastic time. Yeah. It was a party for sure.
So this, how was the drive in? Where was it at? In the, off the strip? Isn't there, a big party road there?
With Southwest Nashville.
It was right next to the Church of Scientology.
Yeah.
Church of Scientology?
Yes, totally. A celebrity
the building
center.
and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
No
the,
shit.
The place was empty. It had barbed wire fences, and there was a fucking van, a creepy van, in the middle of the parking lot. I put a picture of it into the Discord the other day.
Yeah. And then I know there was something on the menu that you were searching for that night.
There was a sign right in the front of it that said, "We know that you are curious," and then it had the link, and then a channel on Direct TV. I don't remember which one it was.
I got it right here.
It was hilarious.
I put in Discord. I put in Discord. There we go.
So who do you think, who's your favorite speaker there? Or what was some of the, I'm sure they were all great, but what was some highlights that really stuck out to you that you're like, oh shit, that's pretty good?
Oh man, there was one guy. What was his name, Jerry? The guy that The guy that had the ghost app or whatever.
Oh, Joe DeMari.
Joe DeMari. Yeah, dude. I met so many people that night that I just lose track of names over time. But yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Joe DeMari is this dude who supposedly can take a picture of like a fucking ghost. But basically, you take a video and there's like a filter, and you spray water at like the point of where the flashlight.
Light.
Yeah, you got to like tube a light. So basically, you get like a flashlight and a spray bottle, right?
It's a full spectrum light.
Yeah.
Who's scratching?
Who is scratching?
You like
there?
get your phone. It's like an app, and you record the video of you spraying straight into the light, and like you see the mist, and then through that filter, supposedly the ghost will like pop up.
And they'll be like in
where
the
the water intersects the light and the ghost shows up in. He can tune his camera to pick up that convergence.
Holy shit!
I'll be damned if it didn't show a fucking dog. Because the guy was talking about his dog. Remember when that dog showed up?
Yeah,
and the dog was like jumping up.
That, and then there was the guy that he had up there, the first dude, and I'm pretty sure I saw some like face in that picture, but I don't know if it's just my brain just like tricking myself to like, oh, look at that, I see a face, but I mean, the way that he
claims that software has
made a lot of sense.
Yeah, sorry, I'm so sorry.
You're good. No, man.
He claimed that software algorithms tuned out all the pareidolia. There couldn't be any. So if you saw a face, you saw a face.
Oh, so your brain's not even getting tricked. Wow, that's how does that happen? How is he able to trick?
I didn't go deep with him. I'm going to have him on my show to talk about it. So.
Yeah, because that just doesn't make sense to me. You figure pareidolia just exists regardless. Like, I mean, your brain's like, how do you know that you're not even being tricked by not thinking that you're being tricked by the Like, what?
I know.
There's another weird thing about it is within the software, there's like artificial intelligence that can supposedly pick up a word that the spirit is trying to like say, and
based on the variations in the shades of light.
Yes,
crazy
in the image, and
it's pretty awesome.
He explained it to me. There's a scale from 0 to whatever, and it's an alphabetical list of words. So the variations in the light break down to a number, which then index into this list of words. It's real simple.
Exactly what Jerry said.
Is that like one of those spirit like EVP boxes, but for visual stuff?
But not random.
Huh.
There's no randomness to it.
Okay.
It's driven, the words that come out of it are driven by the changes in the light coming into the camera. So if there was, as he called them, invisible friends all around us who want to learn this system, they can communicate.
Right. Well, I mean, there's how much light can we not even see? Like invisible light on the spectrum is there? That are just things that we don't even know what's going on.
You might as well say all of it because it's
yeah, that is true.
We have I forgot, it's under 1%, I think, of the spectrum. But I don't really know.
Our stupid eyes and senses just hinder us from experiencing. Yeah, we can't experience this universe to its fullest. We're just hindered by these senses. Nonsense.
So Timothy Renner's talk was really good, I thought. He went through a list of ape man, like Bigfoot, old Bigfoot news before it was called Bigfoot.
Mm-hmm.
So ape man, wild man, hairy man.
Flannel man?
No, this was like 18, I forget where he started, but he ended up in like 1920, 1930.
It was in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
There was like over, how many sightings was it? In like a certain amount of years? I think it was like
200 and something.
Yeah. It was a large number.
He's such a mountain man.
That was probably my favorite one too.
So Tim showed these slides of the newspaper articles. Gorilla. That was the other thing too. Some of them were claimed to be gorillas, and he talked about how rare it would have been for a fucking gorilla to be in rural Pennsylvania at that time.
Yeah.
There's still gorillas in North America.
No, there aren't.
Well, wait, what year was this? Because didn't they actually discover like gorillas? Wasn't it like the 1930s or something, or the 20s? That they actually figured out gorillas were real?
Before that. This was before that.
Because gorillas were like mythical beasts, weren't they?
But he doesn't know. But I don't know.
But I don't know. Yeah, I mean that's. Oh, look at that, Kutch
One
and
guy,
MellowHorus.
This guy was cool, but his. And if you're listening, Mark, I'm sorry. Your presentation was a bit disjointed. I don't know what the point of it was. And that's not being rude. I mean, I don't know what the actual you were drawing it to. I think it was just storytelling.
What was the
cool,
general
storytelling?
Storytelling?
He walked through a map and just said, "Oh, when I was here, this happened."
Oh, so just
I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, who knows? But we don't know.
Well, but I felt bad and I bought him lunch.
Well, there you go.
Nice.
That dude.
What was up with Macho Man running around?
That was Jason Von Stein. That's Adam's cousin.
Ah, okay.
Who lives near me. Anyway, we was talking about ghost stories at those megalithic sites. I forget who was next. I think Joe was next, right? I didn't get any good pictures of Joe. It was just too dark. They turned the lights down for the ghost photo shoot.
There's a picture of the Scientology bus. That was what it was, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was too dark in there to take a lot of pictures.
Right.
And I felt bad, like snapping flash photos at the stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's like I'm not the photographer.
How was Banal's? How's Banal's speech on Flat Earth? What did he go into, and what and was it just kind of like I didn't know what to expect, because I know he's a debunker of Flat Earth.
It wasn't bad. He talked about the history of the Flat Earth movement.
Ah.
And how it's culminated in this movie, Behind the Curve or Beyond the Curve.
Yeah.
And he reminded me, he just like dragged all that old shit up again for me. It was hilarious. Because I didn't watch that movie. I just didn't want to. But Mark Sargent's in it, and that redhead chick.
Oh.
Patty Steer, remember her?
I don't, but yeah.
She's like,
whatever happened to those people?
They
Mark
went on Beyond the
Sargent's still
Curve.
at it, and she's kind of disavowed the whole movement because they turned on her, calling her a tranny.
Calling her oh my God.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
The haters.
Well, one good thing about all these, when you ever get crazy fringe groups like this, they'll inevitably break up because of infighting, because the egos.
Democrats.
Well, yeah, you got that.
Yes.
It's always the infighting.
So tell us about this Scientology van sitting outside the conference center. Do you think it was like a surveillance van and they were listening in on you guys, or what?
No, it's just a van, and it was a Saturday. And
I liked how they have barbed wire on their fence too. Respect. Keep everybody.
There was no
up.
celebrities in town.
It's Nashville, man. Celebrities everywhere.
Well, that's what it's for. It's to host celebrities when they're in town. It's like the fancy place. It's like the Playboy Club of churches.
That's where you guys were at?
Next to.
Oh.
Adjacent.
Did Kutchin and
Scientology adjacent.
Adjacent.
did Kutchin and Tim talk about their new book coming out? Maybe they
that was the last talk, and that was good too.
Yeah,
that was
They were all good.
It was the connections. Yeah, that one was really good though. Connections between Bigfoot sightings, poltergeist phenomena, and the women in white.
The women in white.
Yeah, they're all three things that are connected.
Is that like the opposite of Men in Black?
Yeah, we're gonna have to get them on.
No,
it's
people see
the
apparitions
ghost.
of women in white like a ghost, and then
Usually on a road or near a
very
cemetery.
Omen, like think Mothman kind of thing. But I think it's usually associated with death. Anyway, and then poltergeist activity, and then people always report Bigfoot, but there's always some kind of shenanigans going on before it shows up Bigfoot.
Right.
So they or he has coined a new phrase to describe this phenomenon called Wildnisgeist, which is a woodland spirit energy or woodland ghost. Was it forest ghost? I forgot. It was either forest or woodland ghost is what it translates to. So it's like a poltergeist of the forest.
I'm almost getting deja vu. I feel like we've had this exact conversation before.
Like in nature, it's
Like honestly, like a week ago maybe.
Probably have.
Like this, like everything that just got said, just like I was like, wait a minute, I swear we've had this. I remember that word. This has happened before, or maybe we
Did I
talked
tell
about
you
it
this
on
already?
Saturday. No, because you weren't there on Saturday.
No.
I don't remember, but I remember this. I don't know.
Maybe I had to tell you. I think when I was
Maybe you heard it on a
lying in White
podcast.
Castle.
I don't know. My brain.
He was
no.
on
Silly.
Sasquatch.
It
that
was
Sasquatch
when I was going to White Castle.
Hey,
Anyway,
volunteer
it's
minister.
very cool. So he's coined this new phrase. Hopefully, it'll get picked up. It's
Oh.
it's a good middle ground between if you think of it
A
as
good middle
scale
ground.
of
So
it-
the ghost people are gonna reject it, and the Bigfoot people will reject it, and the only people that are gonna really live it are us.
no, it's a middle ground between psi phenomena and physical phenomena.
Yeah.
It's a box for the middle that they can say, oh, it's this spirit, and they can divide it or define it more in the future.
Right.
Just like there are specializations in poltergeist stuff,
Yeah, man, that sounds pretty
So
sweet.
does he want it to be like a scientific term?
I mean, there's
Use
really
like
no
that?
science right now
Well, no, you know what I mean, though. Like,
of the spirit world.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's
Well,
just
there
a term
kinda
like
is.
ufology or something. It's just part of the
Yeah.
lexicon.
Parapsychological
People use
standard
it.
term kind of thing. I'm sure they'd love that. I don't know.
yeah,
Anyway, the
something
new
in the
book's called
dictionary.
the new book's call is titled, which is brilliant, Where the Footprints End.
Yeah, he talked about it on Sasquatch Chronicles with Wes. I listened to the show today.
Yeah. Cool.
There was one guy that had a theory that Sasquatch is just like a really, really old guy.
Really
he
old
just
guy?
grows hair. Yeah, because he just like keeps growing hair over time, and he gets taller. There's like another cycle if you keep living, or something like that. Do you remember that, Jerry?
Like a Rumpelstiltskin kind of thing.
Yeah.
Just a really old guy.
I was like Cousin It or something.
Uh,
You know?
I could get that.
I don't know.
Yeah.
For some reason, when people start talking and they start talking bullshit, I tune out.
Yeah, that's one of those things where I'm just like, nope, that doesn't sound like something rational in my mind, so I wouldn't listen to it. I understand that, Jerry.
Right. When Dr.
I didn't
Future
laugh
was
because I
asked that
hated so
question
hard.
that lasted 20 minutes. And started
Dr. Future,
preaching.
I could see that happening.
Oh, fuck. I wanted to ask a question too, and it's a good thing I didn't.
Good old 20-minute questions.
I wanted to know why he had to drag identity politics into it.
Oh, yeah. That's a shame. That was Zach
What if you
Hunt?
identify as Bigfoot?
I don't know. It just brought the energy down in the room. People got up and left. It was just horrible.
Wow.
Some people are like that, though.
No,
They're
it's
so-
poison energy.
It is. It absolutely is
It
poison
is.
energy. And it's like they're just... And it's this whole, like... They think that they're going to be on the right side of history, so I'm going to do this, and this is going to be the right thing, and I'm going to make it known that I'm doing the right thing, and it's just weird. It's really
Now
weird.
that I think about it, that's what ruined our lunch.
Oh, yeah? Identity
We had a fucked up
politics
lunch.
ruin a lot of lunches.
Just the bad energy mulling around in there. We got.
Wait till Hillary announces.
Suzanne, every day that passes, the more I'm thinking, I don't know. It could just be
Oh,
something
come on.
like this
Grim,
whole...
do
this
not
whole-
do that.
I know. She's going to
Dude,
announce... This
don't
whole
give up the
Tulsi
hope
thing...
now.
This whole Tulsi thing is mind-fucking me right now, Suzanne. Like, I'm not sure what's going on. Like, she's coming out all hard-ass, and then they come back attacking her, saying she's a Russian asset. And then it's like well, actually, Hillary threw the first stone, saying she's a Russian asset. Which, I mean, she's kind of been accused of it for a while. But then she comes back.
Okay, but she doesn't like Israel. She's not an all-in believer of Israel.
That is...
So
yeah,
they
yeah.
got to get her out of
Warmonger.
there.
Yeah.
What?
She's not supported by the military-industrial complex, so they don't.
Yeah.
They don't
But
want.
she was also on the
just fucking with
CFR.
her.
She was on the CFR. She's also I seen pictures of her doing Illuminati signs and stuff. Like
Yeah, I got that. It's an awesome picture.
And I
It
think her
runs
husband
deep.
is in a cult.
well, she was in that one cult like when she was a
Yeah,
kid. But
they were
I
in the
mean, you
cult.
can't blame
And
that.
her-
I played a lot of Counter Strike when I was a kid. That doesn't make me a gamer now. Come on.
Her cousin's brother's father's
I'm just
mother.
laying out info.
Well, speaking of
Son.
military-industrial complex, she represents Hawaii, right? And a lot of people think that tourism is the biggest, revenue driver in Hawaii, but it's actually the military-industrial complex. I mean, there's so many. Every branch of the United States military is represented in Hawaii. I mean, and if she's
They have
not
a
down,
huge naval base.
Well, that's
Yeah, well,
literally the only
already-
reason why we made it a state was because it's like we need this island fucking force out here. We're gonna take this.
oh yeah,
What?
dude, we took over that place. We didn't, we annexed them. It was completely illegal.
Yeah, well, that's what we've done with Guam. Right now, Guam is a
No,
territory.
Children.
But
What,
Jerry?
Nothing.
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
I definitely thought you were telling us to silence children or something.
Yeah, it was. Don't argue over Hawaii.
Well, speaking of,
It's got military advantage. Period. It's going to be taken.
yeah, and speaking of, Guam, Puerto Rico, and the Philippines were all won by the United States in the Spanish War, and we don't have the Philippines anymore, but we still got Guam and Puerto Rico.
Well,
Yeah, why did we give the Philippines back?
we probably still have the Philippines in some way.
Well, of course.
I mean, we-
Who did Clinton give it back?
No,
Can't remember.
Clinton was the one that sent an official apology from the U.S. government to Hawaii in 1993 for all the bad stuff that we had done to them. This is weird. I just did a deep dive on Hawaii today. I can't believe we're talking about this.
Thing synchro.
Well, that's how the synchros happen.
That's the beginning of the apology tour.
Don't
Social
believe
justice.
the 5.6.
I thought Obama was with the apology tour, not Clinton.
Obama carried on.
But did Bush do any apologizing?
No, it started with Clinton.
He's America's sweetheart now. He doesn't have to apologize. W, he's just having fun. He's having a good old time doing some paintings, just going to games. Just so happy right now that there's a president that was shittier than him. Like he's just living it up. In public perception wise. Oh, that's all right.
The
Hadn't
inversion.
choked on a peanut in a long time.
Exactly.
That was what was good about Josh Cutchin's talk. He took one of the chapters from his last book and expanded on it for like an hour. And it was about how fairy lore relates to alien abductions and whatnot.
Mhm.
And one of the things he explained was this principle of inversion equaling a representation. I forgot how he worded it, but basically, when
I don't understand that phrase.
when someone says, there was a spaceship in the sky,
Okay.
I forgot. I'm screwing this up now. So anyway, he explained this principle of logic, I guess, or it wasn't in logic. It's a principle that was developed by like MUFON or some guy in ufology that when he heard a story from someone, he could apply this principle to it to basically get to really how people perceive things. So if you take the inverse of what they tell you, that's going to basically be what really happened most of the time. Because they're just perceiving things differently. I'm totally screwing that up. I will look it up and correct my definition, but that was a really good part because then he went through stories and then emphasized the inversion and the representation of the two things in the story. And this whole thing was filmed well, I might add, by like 3 or 4 cameras. So it's going
that's
to be
awesome.
available, I assume, for purchase. I don't know.
Or they might put it on their Patreon or something. Who knows?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I might have to sign up there.
Mm-hmm.
if I'm not already. I don't know.
Strange.
Anyway, that was really good. All the talks were really good. Most of them. There weren't any that I hated.
How was the turnout?
In the afternoon, it was busier, like 30 people.
Yeah.
I'd say a total about 50 probably
Yeah.
came and went throughout the day.
Yeah.
Not bad.
There was I saw a lot of pictures in the Facebook chat of people I never saw at all there.
Oh, nice. Is
I
there
was there.
talks? Are they doing it again? Was there talks of anything? Whispers?
I said they have to. They should. I mean, everyone liked it. I don't think they have any reason not to do it unless they can't afford it.
Right. Hell yeah. Like a pretty good time.
But
What happened to James
it was-
Cruz?
It was a good time. Well worth $30.
Oh yeah. Very cool.
Adam and Surfield and Rob were all really cool too, man. They're all really awesome.
Was Luke there?
Yep.
Oh, that's awesome.
Selling cookies at the door.
That's great. Man, so you passed out? MellowHorus? So let's hear the story.
Oh, okay. So, this was like when there was probably about 15 or 20 people there, and there was music that was there was like two bands, and it's like the second band, right? And there was like a metal band, and I probably throughout the day drank like only 3 beers. Yeah, I didn't really drink that much. I'm like 5'8", so I mean
3 beers will do pretty good. I mean, it's not bad.
yeah, I was not really that fucked up at all.
Yeah.
And I smoked a little bit throughout the day, not like that much. And they like dimmed the lights, and like the song was really awesome and shit. And I am like 98% sure I just like had my fucking legs locked and fainted.
You just fainted?
Like, yeah, dude. Okay, but here's the catch. All right. So the singer was like talking at like the end of the song, and I think like because I was starting to like black out.
You felt it.
Within,
You feel that. You feel
yeah,
that just
I feel-
closing in.
yeah.
It's happening around you.
Like for the people that like are hearing this, if you take your hands and like you put them in front of your face and then you just like pull them back or whatever, that's like what it looks like, and it's like all black and it's like just like closes in.
Yeah, it's awesome.
So as like everything was like closing in, the singer straight up like was like talking, and all I remember him saying is like something about how it's like late for them. They're usually not like out this late, and they're about to like pass out. And I swear it was the last thing I heard, and I completely passed out.
It's like a spell.
So it was like a simulation bump or something.
Yeah,
It was crazy. Like that's exactly what it felt like, at least, because I can't like remember anything else besides that. And I was out, and then it's just like over and over. It happened. Like I got up like within a second. You know what I mean? And my like ass hurt for sure. Thank God I did not fall and hit my head. And I sat up, and the first thing I said to Nikki was like, "I just need a reset. And then
Jesus.
I was like, I need some air. I was like, I feel like I'm sweating now for some reason. This is crazy. Like I was completely fine
yeah.
right up until that happened. Like I don't know what it was. Like I'm usually I slept a lot the like night before. Oh fine. I'm 90%. Like I said, I'm 98% sure I just fucking didn't realize that I had my legs locked.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, dude, That's happened to me a couple
It's-
times. It's been a long,
So
long
Adam-
time since it's
So
happened.
Adam
yeah.
was like making sure that like I was okay because I was hoping he didn't think I was like fucked up or anying. 'cause
Oh
I
yeah,
really
yeah,
was
dude.
not.
He's probably all,
I
oh man,
was-
this.
And I told him, I was like, I don't want to be like the casualty of fucking first ever Strange Realities. I was like,
Yes.
fuck, like, I'm fine. I swear, because I immediately was like, Nigga, I want to like go outside real quick. So we like went outside.
Yeah, get some fresh air. Oh man.
I was talking to him, and I was like, man, I'm just really fucking thankful that I did not hit my head.
Yeah, yeah,
Like,
definitely, man. That
really.
would have sucked.
Like, I don't know.
Dude, I would have
what
choked
that
you out.
was.
I would have choked you out if you wanted.
No, man. That's only happened to me one time because my buddy was like we were hanging out and we were both drinking. I think I like shut off his Xbox and he was like, "Don't you fucking do it. Don't you fucking do it." And I did it. And then he like put me in a headlock. He didn't mean to like hold me that long. I think it was because like I was already drinking throughout the night. I just immediately like passed out. And I was like, I swear, like I was conscious the whole time though. Like my eyes were open, but my body was like numb almost, and I was trying to like get up, but I couldn't. It was weird.
Man.
What?
Like, yeah.
There was this one time I passed out. I remember we were having like a poker tournament at my buddy's house, and we were just drinking, and I was smoking cigarettes. You know, we were just sitting down for a while. We're passing a bowl all night long, and just going. And I went up to take a piss, and I remember pissing, and then the next thing I remember, I'm on the floor. Like I kind of hear like Steve, like kind of in the distance, and I start coming back, and I'm on the floor with my friend Jerry smacking me in the face, saying, "Wake up!" Like, dude, what the fuck? Like they drugged me. Like I passed out like in front of the toilet, just like bashed into shit and broke all this stuff. Like, it
Dude,
was
do you
crazy.
know my friend Jim in Chicago when I was, I don't know, 18 or 19, passed out the exact same way in my bathroom, and I slapped him in the face, waking him up.
That's crazy, and that's weird. Your name is Jerry, and my friend's name was Jerry. It's like some sort of universe thing. If his name was Steve, I would totally I'd quit the podcast right now and just leave. It would be too much to
I think his
handle.
middle name is Steven.
Oh man, get out of here,
His
Jerry.
middle name is Steven.
Yeah, but yeah,
I
that
don't
was,
know. I don't know.
that was crazy.
Jim
that was
Farrell.
wonderful.
His name's Farrell.
Yeah.
we had, I think we were trying to smoke mushrooms, which doesn't work, by the way.
No, I've tried that before. Yeah, stupid kids, they do stupid things. Tried
we
it.
were just fucked up. So
I
anyway,
smoked tea.
Wait, what'd you just say?
I said
think I
one
did
time
too
I
when I
tried
was a
to
kid.
tea. I like rolled up a piece of paper with tea and tried to
Oh,
hit
with like
that,
tea
and I was like,
leaves?
yeah, I was like, I think it was like 13 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do silly stuff.
I know a couple
stuff.
buddies in high school that they thought that chinchilla food looked like pot, and someone gave it to them and they smoked it, and it got them all sick.
Oh man, chinchillas. What's the goofiest thing that you ever tricked somebody into smoking? I got some kid to smoke Altoids once. He thought
I
it was
smoked
like
hamster food once
Oh yeah?
by accident.
At church camp one time, we convinced this dude. It wasn't my idea, but they convinced this dude to bite off a toad's head.
Bite off what?
He
Oh,
did
I've seen fish head get bit off.
Bite off a
Yeah.
toad's
Yeah,
head?
I've seen crazy shit like that.
Welcome
too.
There's
back,
no, like,
James. I
adult-
missed you, buddy. I was worried.
Yo,
I was worried
It was
about you.
fun.
sorry guys. Yeah, I had a timeout for a minute.
Yeah, I understand.
I'm
that,
back.
man. Yes, Anubis Rising, Altoids. This kid was really dumb. None of us, this was probably when I was 16 years old. This kid was like 14. We were smoking pot. Nobody ever had crack or anything like that. And we tricked this kid and we were like, hey, we got some crack. And we gave him this bowl full of Altoids and he smoked it and he was like, oh, I'm smoking crack. And we're like, what is going on right now?
Sugar crack.
And yeah, and then but he like, and little did we know, it completely ruined the bowl. The bowl was just just ruined after that. But yeah, dude,
I've never
when you-
seen crack anywhere in my life.
No, me neither.
Me
Like, it's
neither.
never been anything, and I don't even know why.
I've
I mean, we
kinda
were
tried
just
to
young
stay away.
kids though, so it's like it's easy to trick. So yeah,
Uh-huh.
let's
No one's
just do
even
stupid
offered it.
shit.
Like, I got crack if you want it.
Yeah,
I've
you want to
never heard
smoke
it
this
since.
crack? It's like all we've ever done
How
is
did it-
smoked pot.
How did
Yeah,
it
he
ruin
believed
your
it.
bowl, though?
Because, dude, it didn't ruin it. It just made it minty. Like everything, like whenever you smoke weed after that, it was like minty for like the next month.
It was minty crack.
Menthol.
Yeah, well, it was Altoids in the
Oh
pot.
yeah. That's,
Uh-huh.
It wasn't actually crack, Suzanne. It was Altoids.
Oh, wait, okay. Sorry. I thought you were saying they
right.
smoked crack out of your bowl.
that's right.
No,
Hell
I don't. No. It was out of a weed bowl, just a glass pipe. We just put
tricked his
Altoids
friend.
in it. We tricked. Yeah, this story's not going through right. Nobody smoked crack.
Crack steak.
I got it. I totally got it.
Okay.
That's my fault. I probably shouldn't try to look at memes
Yeah.
and listen to this at the same time.
I never fucked with anybody like that.
Oh, man. All right. Yeah. Well, you do weird stuff. Like when kids pass out in parties, you draw a bunch of dicks and permanent markers on their face. You do shit like that. But you always got to make sure to be the dick drawer and not the dick drawee. You know? You got to be able to
The
keep your shit
target.
together at parties. Good
You,
times.
after that, you'd be a marked man.
Oh, you got it, Jer. So what's going on in the news, guys? We got
I
some.
feel like we're
paranormal-
all in slow
we
motion.
got- oh, totally. I'm 100%.
Is it
I'm s-
Mercury retrograde?
I'm swimming.
Yeah.
Swimming through the ether right now. Whatever that
I
means.
know. So you want to hear my FBI fuckery story?
Yes, please, Suzanne.
Yes.
All right.
Awesome.
So you know how I was researching that Jeffrey Epstein stuff, and I found the document on the FBI files, and actually there was another one that was tweeted, and somebody had put a red triangle around the words where he had made a deal with the FBI as long as he cooperated that they would not prosecute him federally. And then I could swear that it never said the state of Florida, that it always said with the FBI.
Mm-hmm.
But now it says the state of Florida. I can't verify that that was changed, but one thing that did happen, all the highlight, I had like a bunch of different screenshots of it. And even in the Discord, all the highlight, because I had been sending it to Jerry, and I had left a comment about his arrest in '93 on Sean Atwood's channel, and it got a lot of stuff happened with that comment. So, and then it was like the next morning, I was sending all this stuff to Jerry, and I'm like, oh my god, they changed the wording, and then all
And
the
then she
highlight
got
went
Tinder
off every
famous.
copy, but off of all of my screenshots, I would have had to do those individually, and they went off every Discord. John found one. John's my witness. He found one in his presentation that still had the highlight on it, and then I found one on my Facebook page. But all the rest of them in my photos, all the highlight went off, and there was probably like 6 or 7 copies. And then in Discord, I don't even know how many I had put in all different Discords. So that was really, yeah.
Well, I saw that on Discord when you were posting it.
Weird.
Yeah. And were you
And?
like, what is she talking about?
Well, kind of. But I mean, do you think that the FBI would be behind that? I mean, that seems more of like a NSA type stuff to me.
Could have been. Yeah, it could have been NSA. But the reason why I thought it was FBI was just because, I'd been talking about the FBI, and but yeah, it totally could be the NSA. I mean, they're all basically one agency anyway. But isn't that for me to take the highlight up of every single one? And then I even did a thing with Nish where I said, okay, I'm going to post this, and then I'm going to go in and I'm going to highlight it, and then I'm going to take it off and see if it changes the screenshot I already posted in Discord, because I was trying to figure out how it came off of everything in Discord as well. And it was all at the same time, though. It was simultaneously. I even asked Flavortown, because, he works with the Apple iPhones. And I was like, is this possible? It's like, I've never heard of that. So
It's weird.
yeah, I know. So anyway, I still haven't, I don't know how I'm ever going to verify if that document said, I could have swore it said with the FBI. John thought so too, but anyway, So nobody in my household was surprised, which I was like going, oh my God, how could this have happened? Like I was second guessing everything. And then I tell Ben, he goes, well, it's digital, Mom, of course. And then Steve's like, they can really fuck with you. So, be careful.
Maybe.
And I was like, I was the one that was the most shocked. So anyway.
Yeah, that's
That's my big fuckery story. So that just means nothing is safe,
yeah. Backups and double backups, external hard drives.
I mean, all my
save
stuff
shit.
is on the cloud, so.
Oh, you can't trust the cloud, Suzanne.
I know, but I have too many things. I don't have the storage space, so. Yeah, but just nothing is secure. That's what it taught me.
You get you a laptop and an external hard drive, a terabyte external hard drive, Suzanne. That's what you need. You need to get off the phone. You do all this shit on the phone. I could only imagine the damage you could do on a PC. It'd be insane. It's so much easier. So much easier to just do shit.
I mean, they probably got a stingray outside your house that captures everything you do.
Probably. All the shit that I dig up. I mean, not that I'm somebody that they would be,
Nobody did it to you. It was probably a roving AI they had.
No way. They're too worried about 16-year-old kids screaming N-word at each other to worry about us. We're such low-hanging nothingness.
Shit, so.
Did you hear today that, Rosario Dawson, the actress, girlfriend of Cory Booker?
Yep.
Yep. She's being sued by a lesbian transsexual female to male.
Okay.
So she became a he.
Right.
And they had lived with this person for years as a personal assistant, I guess, or something like that. And
they lived with Rosario Dawson for years as a personal assistant?
Yes, like a maid.
Okay.
Live-in maid.
So this is Rosario Dawson's maid that transitioned.
It's not maid. I don't know if it's maid. It's some
assistant, we'll just say.
Employee.
Yeah, employee. An employee that they were close to. And when she transitioned to a he, I'm trying to get it straight, and asked that they respect that and call him.
Right. And raise his wages because he's a man now and men get paid more.
That didn't come up. They mocked. They mocked. And, they didn't do it. They didn't respect his wishes. They didn't do it. They mocked him. So he's suing him for some crazy money.
Yeah. Odds are it probably won't win though. I don't know. Who is that? That one
They'll settle.
That one transgender male to female Yanis something.
She lost too.
Yeah, she lost her lawsuit where she tried to sue a bunch of I think waxing shops because they wouldn't wax her balls when she wanted a Brazilian wax or something.
That was the same person that wanted to hold a topless pool party for
for children,
12-year-old.
Yeah. Which it's literally just it's this extreme form of trolling that's just going on, and people need to learn to just
shock value.
Exactly. And this is the whole thing. This is the whole thing, people. When I was a kid, if you wanted to rebel, you'd get a mohawk, you'd wear a wallet chain, you'd fucking do a bunch of drugs, and you'd be rebelling. It's now you can't. Kids can't rebel like that because that's what their parents are doing. If their parents are sitting around smoking pot and listening to awesome music, how are they gonna rebel? Hey, I'm just gonna cut my dick off and become a girl. What do you think of that, Mom and Dad? What do you think of that, society? This is just rebelling. This is just a new generation, and things are just gonna happen. Because
kicking it up a notch.
They're just kicking it up a notch. A little Emerald Lagasse, bam. They got going there. Are you kidding me? Kick it up. So I mean, it's
like gender dysphoria meets Antifa.
Well, yeah, I mean, gender dysphoria. I mean, dude, it's weird because it's the band Against Me. I love them, and the lead singer sang a lot about gender dysphoria and ended up transitioning into a woman, and I still love the band. They make great music. It's I think there's. See, now I'm just rambling about things now because I don't know how I feel about this subject. Like, I don't know
Yes.
how it would feel if somebody, if you genuinely felt that way, but like just because of today's society, people have the means of being able to do that thing, whereas before you just repress it and go about your life and nobody ever talked about it. Like, is this something that exists, but nobody just ever said it because you get killed in society? I don't know. Is this a new thing? Is this some sort of...
All I know is that people are now burdened with this.
Well,
Not
I
just
think
the people who have it. Everyone has to think about it now.
It is a
And it's such a
burden.
small minority. It's like literally like less than 1% of the population, but it makes up for like 100% of the fucking public conversation. I don't get it.
Dude, I think it is definitely getting out of hand because I saw some news story today that some federal judge had ruled that the father of some child was going to transition from whatever gender to whatever gender against
A
the
7-year-old.
father's wishes. Like, so the government is now telling us that our kids can just do this without,
Yeah.
our consent. Like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah,
It's unbelievable that they're going to give this kid chemical castration.
yeah, no, they should not do that to children. People, dude, I don't think you should be able to make any actual decisions in your life until you're 30 years old. You're a retard until you're 30.
Even
It's
18.
true.
That's the point.
It is. It's
the
totally true.
The mother owns the child.
Yeah, but that's the problem is that you
Yes.
have these stupid
But the
mothers.
state is
these-
trying to take them away.
Yeah, that's kind of crazy.
They'll
Isn't that
overrule the
weird? Isn't that
parents.
weird that like the parents can willfully abuse their children by pumping insane hormones in them, but the state will take other people's kids away? Like, it's a weird,
But
it's a weird
Texas
world
will
we live
jail
in.
you for 20 years for a joint.
Yeah,
It's that
exactly.
agenda.
Agenda
We live in
21.
insanity world.
We kind of do,
Clown world.
but
Honk, honk.
like I was
Clown world, too.
Ooga.
like I was screaming about on Saturday, Suzanne. It's like we also live in like of the best time of our lives where we have clean water
Yeah.
and sewage, and we're able to freely bitch about stuff like this through electronics in our house with each other. Like, it's pretty incredible. We live
Dude,
pretty incredible,
it could-
cushy lives.
It could explode at any moment.
Yeah. It really is. It is. It's a pressure cooker, man. It
Well,
absolutely.
here's the thing. Around the world right now, everything's on fire. The world is on fire around us. But we don't know that because we're all focused on fucking impeachment and Trump or whatnot, entertainment. Football, sorry.
No, you go.
Oh, I'm done.
Well,
I
I
think
was-
in some way it's like all about the perception of the majority of the population that steers the way that this reality goes.
Absolutely.
Oh, totally.
So
Like every
if they
major
get them-
country right now has a crisis where
Yeah.
country's divided. You've got
Yes.
look at Hong Kong or the
Well,
UK with
that's what's
Brexit.
being reported.
That's
There's
what I
enough
was.
people
That's what I'm
from
thinking.
there reporting it too. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying that
No, I know what you're
we
saying.
have our own divides here. Every major country has this going on right now. There's craziness,
Keck.
and it's going to end one of two ways.
Yeah. Utopia, 5D Earth. We're ascending. Come on, you kidding me? Let's get out. Let's get out of here.
Is the third temple built yet?
I don't know. Like, we could build it if it isn't. Cruise of Mistake is the third temple. We
No,
built
dude,
it.
That brings Armageddon. You don't want to build it.
Yeah, that brings Armageddon.
In a bunker.
Brings Carmageddon. That sweet fucking 90s PC game.
One of those old missile silo
I don't know.
like places.
It's going to get crazy before it gets calm. That's for sure.
What do you think is going to happen with money?
Hmm.
I have no idea.
Oh, that's not going anywhere. I mean, are you kidding me? The cabal is not giving up fractional reserve banking.
That is
That is
true.
not going to happen.
Well, the banking system's already in its decline to collapse.
Yeah, it is.
But it's been that way for years now, and it still hasn't.
It's too noticeable now. They're down. What was it?
Yeah,
Deutsche Bank
it's-
was like 300 billion deficit right now.
And they're, dude, they have,
The UN is out of money.
and they have, yeah, they're giving negative interest rates over there. Like, that's
Wow.
that's insane.
They ran out of cash.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think we've seen this before.
The only way to beat the banks, you guys, is to just take all of your money out of the banks.
Here's the
Hey,
thing.
I'm
See,
one
after
step ahead of you,
2000
buddy. I got no money in the bank.
I ain't got no money there
They're
anyway.
like, this is mine. This is
After
mine.
2008,
That's not
after
a
the
problem.
financial crisis, they didn't change anything. They just got the bailout to fix.
Yeah.
They corrected things, and now they've been, money has been injected into the system through the quantitative easing, right? QE 3 and 4
Right.
and whatnot, to basically let it continue to expand. It can't anymore. At some point, it's just going to be like, we can't print any more money. As long as they don't control it. Yeah, but if it goes through the government, they could still turn it off. Because after they get the currency gone, then the social credit scoring comes, and then you're fucked.
Oh yeah.
I don't think they'll get to that point. I think the government would be like burned to the ground before that would happen. But I could be completely wrong.
Ultimately, it's power to the people, because I just did a Google search to see if there's anything that's in the Constitution that has to do with like national banks, or like having to, basically consent to them, and like, but that's the thing, is like, we're grown up into it. Like, that's the way that like our generations for the last thousands of years have been going. It's always been like the banking systems almost, and like the money system and the way it's run.
Mhm.
So I guess, it's like, it's such a deep fucking rabbit hole to try and figure this out. But I think the first step is just taking all your money out of the banks.
Nothing's real, and it's just generations have inherited this power and don't know what to do with it, so they're just working on a fucking Ponzi scheme system. Nobody knows what's going on. We're all just like a fucking huge flock of birds flying around. Nobody knows who the leader bird is, but we're all going in the same direction. It's just
Big
fucking
bird's
madness. That's all we are. Just madness, or a school of fish. Just sooner or later, a huge whale's gonna come and eat us all. It's over. But that's all right, guys. That's why we just throw love and good vibes out there. Woo! Cruising with Steak. Come with us. Join the community. It's a beautiful world. Let's do some hate mail. I got some hate mail.
Right on.
Let me find that jingle. That jingle jangle. Let me switch this over here too. And we'll do this over here. Because, I don't fucking produce shit. It's the worst. There we go.
James Cruz and Grimsteak. James Cruz and Grimsteak. Hey man, a woo. GRIMSTAKN. G man, a woo. James Cruz and Grimsteak. Hey man, a woo.
All right. A little, shit. Fucking idiot. Stop that. Got a little hate mail coming up here. First one, this comes from Raphael, old Rafi, old booty rooter at Double Dungeon Podcast, where you can listen to them at Double Dungeon Podcast. Check it out. And he says, give up on podcasting and... Hold on.
Cut that meat!
Sandwich.
Cut that meat!
$6.
Cut that meat!
It's okay. Give up. That's what he says there. And then he says also, RIP after using those black market vapes, which I have to say, you buddy, I don't buy that 1 second. I don't buy that 1 second, booty rooter. Because these things, first off, the black market thing seemed to have come around because they're all of a sudden from China You know, it was during this whole Chinese trade war where these strange Chinese black market vapes came. And this shit's been around for like 5, 6, probably 10 years. And all of a sudden, like 3 people have died from it or something. I call bullshit on the whole thing. And I'm going to keep vaping my black market vapes. You motherfuck. But I love you, Booty Rooter. So you guys need to subscribe to Double Dungeon with Rafi and Adi. You see that I even pronounced her name right. What do you think of that? Suck it.
Woo.
So we also got we got another email from our man Duel, because Duel's the king of Scotland. Grimsteak and James, hope you and yours are well. Best wishes to all your presenters tonight. Fuck, Duel, I don't know what that means. Love you all. Love you too, Duel. That guy, Bravo Zulu. So that's code for that guy.
Presenters are everyone who's on the show.
Yes.
Oh, presenters. Oh, he just spelled it different. He spelled it the Scottish way. I'm just retarded. And then he says, oh yeah, that guy, Bravo Zulu. So there's some sort of code for you. And then it says, love pussy pics, sky pics, and gen pop. Me too. Here's the hate. Why aren't you guys broadcasting every day? Do what you want. Answer what you can. Hold fast. Hold fast, Duel. Thank you. Why don't we broadcast every day?
Right on, Duel.
Yeah.
I gotta watch anime and other things and Letterkenny. Which, speaking of, oh man, I just, dude, I'm almost done with Letterkenny. I've almost watched all of them in like a week. It's such a good show. Such a funny show.
It's a
Pitter-patter
thing that was been around and just never caught. I never knew about it.
Then Hulu was like, "Hey, watch the show," and I was like, "All right, I'll
Exactly.
give it a shot."
I'd stare at it every time I turned it on, and then not think about it. Then boom, and then it turned out to be a fun little.
Dude, it's hilarious. It's hilarious. Yeah. It's such a good show. Letterkenny. You guys should watch it.
I've never seen it, but I had this weird dream the other night about the phrase "pitter patter, get at her."
Yeah.
Well, that means you need to watch Letterkenny. You have to watch it. And this makes me think a lot of people are talking about it now. So there's some weird MK Ultra thing going on with it, or there's something going on where they're blasting into the public conscious. So something's happening with Letterkenny.
They show butterflies.
No, I don't think so. I don't know. No butterflies. What's the significance between MK Ultra and butterflies, Suzanne?
The Monarch program.
Okay, there we go. Thank you.
Give it about 2 weeks, and there's going to be a guy that's going to make a YouTube video, like a 30-minute YouTube video,
probably
with like a breakdown of everything that happens in the show and how there's like a conspiracy behind it. Give it about 2 weeks, and then try to Google
maybe. I don't know, man. There's 7 seasons. But it just seems like that's the thing. Like the new season just came out, but they're only like 8 episodes, and they're like 25 minutes an episode. Like it's.
Are they making more seasons, or is it just?
They just made one, I think.
No, the new season just came out, so that's where they start. It was in the where they blast you with the promo right when you open up any app nowadays. Yeah, Letterkenny, good stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to watch it.
What else we got on the agenda tonight, boys and girl?
Well, okay, so you just said
Find me with that.
Sorry. There's a little synchro. You just said there's 7 seasons of Letterkenny, right?
Okay.
Yep. Okay. So if you remember what Marty Leeds said, the other episode is that 7 encodes pi.
Okay.
And the gematria value of Letterkenny, according to his cipher, is 43, and reduce that down, it equals 7.
Yeah, nice.
Numbers everywhere. It's all signs. It's all everything. And what the fuck?
777.
777.
Is that what it is? That's a good number.
I mean, I would think 7's a pretty lucky number. 7.
It's 777 is the mind weapon. Zion.
Ooh.
Or Xian. I forget the word. It's in the Zohar.
Isn't that a Ben
Don't
Stiller
mess
movie?
with the Zohar.
Don't mess with the
There you go, Suzanne. Yeah.
I'm just zoning out. Oh, don't get this.
What happened, MellowHorus?
So mess with the... Oh man. So, Suzanne,
Yeah.
can you explain to me why satellites aren't real? Because I saw you going off in the chats today.
Oh, she cracked the code, man. It's all about balloons, right,
You
Suzanne?
Totally cracked the code. I was watching this documentary about Italian mob and how they like track them. And they're up in an airplane and they have the radar and they're like, hey, we can see the people outside their houses and we can even see the license plate numbers. And I'm like, that's what they fucking say about satellites. So I screenshotted all the places where they were saying, we're up in this airplane flying around and we can see these people. And then the guy, so they're talking about the data that they get from the planes, but the guy he says that it was satellite data, but they got it from the fucking airplane, not a satellite.
Wow.
And then just all these satellites are on balloons. So, and then there's a whole bunch of stuff about rockets. They want to launch rockets with balloons now, and the whole helium.
Question:
scarcity.
Is it actually more? Would it make more sense to take a rocket up in a balloon? Get it way high up and then launch it from like upper atmosphere rather than from the ground? Like, wouldn't that?
I don't know how you would get the propulsion.
Yeah, would it work? Yeah, would that work? Like, do you need the ground to be able to like? Do you need the resistance? I don't know how rocket propulsion works. I'm not sure.
Well, no, there's so much less resistance up in the upper atmosphere. It'd be easier to
launch. Yeah. So I mean,
really?
Yeah. So
I don't know. I posted
that's
a
what
bunch
I'm
of
thinking.
stuff. I didn't read them.
So yeah. So maybe the balloons is a good idea, which would make sense for the helium too for rockets. But what really fucks with me is how do they make it through the dome?
They don't. It's all underneath the dome, man. It's all underneath the dome.
Everything's
They just go into the water.
What if the dome? Well, the dome expands beyond the moon, right? I would assume. What if it does?
I think the sun and the moon are inside the dome, right?
They could be. What if
Jerry, are they in or outside the dome?
Jerry's looking at the Matrix right now.
I have no idea. No, I'm listening. I have no idea.
Oh.
I think they're local,
But
I
hey,
think they're inside
But let's
the dome.
wildly speculate.
I think what we see
let's
is a
wildly
reflection.
speculate for a while.
Well, we can be on Speculation Island.
I love it. That's the island I live on.
I think that we're trying to say that possibly they have all the rockets and they're like, yeah, there's going to be a satellite going up there. We're shooting a rocket. It's going to be a satellite up there, right? But they're just balloons up there or something.
Yeah.
Or like drones, and they're super high up, right? They're so fucking high up that it looks like they're in space.
Well, do satellites they don't have any sort of like engine system on them, do they? Their whole purpose is just to get
If
there.
we're playing speculation game, then there you go. There's my thought of what you're trying to say.
Well, they float around the Earth, and they should be descending
They're
as they're
supposedly
floating,
in
right?
a geocentric orbit.
So
they're not floating. They're continuously falling towards the Earth, except if you believe in gravity, that just pulls it back around.
Oh, okay, all right.
But yet the one satellite takes a 200 kilometer wide picture of the Earth. So how does that work when it's going like how many miles a second, and then the Earth is like they were talking about how much land they can get in this one photo from this one satellite, and I'm thinking, I don't know how that would work.
Well, I mean, if I'm up in an airplane and I photograph the ground, I'm flying pretty fast, and the ground still comes in, and it's
Yeah, but you're only flying like maybe 500 miles an hour.
Yeah,
They're
Earth's pretty
saying
huge.
satellites go like 17,000 miles an hour.
Well, that's the space station.
The Earth's allegedly
I don't know about satellites.
gigantic. The Earth's gigantic, though. Like it's huge compared to everything else, satellites and everything we build. Like, I just don't think we have perspective of how big this fucker is.
Yeah,
And then
that's
how
true.
little
I can
and
see that.
meaningless we are. But I don't know. There's so much fuckery. That's the problem. There's just so much fuckery. But yeah. Technology works. I'm grateful for that. Whether or not satellites are
I mean,
real.
what if life is just a big crossword puzzle we got to solve?
Maybe. Or maybe it's an impossible crosswords puzzle that we can never solve.
You
and
keep
that's-
coming back till you get all the words.
Yeah, it's just an endless mystery.
I think it's more like a Sudoku puzzle.
Yeah, well, I don't think we're ever no. There's an ending. to a
Everything's
Sudoku.
numbers, man.
I think it's more like those puzzles where you have to shift one thing. You only have one open space and you have to move shit around to
Oh,
get.
yeah.
Oh, I hate those.
I do too.
Yeah, I remember on Windows 95 that used to be in one of the Windows games, I think, where you could have a block shifting game like that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are no good. But, you know, gotta love being a human. We're fucking here.
In Sweden, you can just get yourself killed. Or
You know, we're kind of a miracle.
For
It's
being
amazing.
a human?
It's,
no, you can.
we're just existing. You can
government.
get yourself killed.
You can petition the government to let you commit suicide.
Oh,
We should be able
assisted
to do that
suicide?
anywhere.
Yeah.
Wait, why would you have to ask anybody for permission to commit suicide?
Right.
They have to ask the government.
Maybe
Well,
because
so what are the benefits of that?
yeah, you might
still
that
get
might
your
be
life
the only
insurance and
way
shit?
that your will is be able, or who knows, like the law.
Well, do you think that, I mean, what are the similarities and dissimilarities between abortion and assisted suicide?
How can you support abortion and be
It's true.
against capital punishment?
It's true. You can't.
Well, so assisted suicide is different than capital punishment.
No.
Death is death.
I don't know why anybody would need assisted suicide. If you're gonna kill yourself, just do it, pussy.
It's not assisted suicide. Look, Google the damn thing. I don't remember what it is exactly.
Dr. Kevorkian would help people. I think he was up in Michigan, actually. He would, take these patients in and then just inject
put
them
down
until they're dead with, whatever he injected them with. But, I mean, that was of their own free will. And, capital punishment is, I mean, you're getting killed by the state when you don't want to be killed. So I think there's a difference there.
Mm-hmm. Oh, totally. Yeah.
Like, I still don't know how I feel about. I mean, I know how I feel about free will. I mean, I'm all for free will. So I don't know. It's just it's a conundrum, man. It's a moral mental game.
Yeah.
This is the story I was talking about.
I don't know. I think we should value life, but it's so abundant that only value the idea of life. Don't value individual lives. that's kind of how I look at it.
Listen to this.
The
So
meat guru.
This is her. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Sort of. Here, I got a pin. I'll pin. All right. I'm gonna at least.
Oh, wait a minute. I
pin
thought I
your
was sharing.
No,
You are.
Well, you're sort of sharing, but not really sharing. There, that's full on share. That's a share.
Okay. So this is her, right? She says, when I look in the mirror, I see a monster. She says at one point, although dark rings around her eyes are the only outward sign of her struggles, I really don't like what I see. That's her boyfriend.
Okay.
Wait, who is this now?
Who are these people?
What's going on again?
What is going on, Jerry? The clever.
She wants to kill herself?
Physically healthy woman who is fighting for the right to die at 23 because she is plagued by mental health problems and crippling shyness.
But she has a boyfriend? Don't buy it.
Oh.
Let the bitch kill herself.
43?
Maybe you shouldn't have the right to decide to kill yourself until you turn 30, because as Grim stated earlier, I mean, you're pretty much retarded until you turn 30,
you're retarded
right?
until you're 30. And even when you're 30, you're still pretty retarded. I'm 34,
Yeah,
and I'm still like
I'm about to be 31,
retarded.
and I'm still pretty retarded too.
Okay, this is what I just wanted to bring up, though. So In Belgium, 17 years ago, became the world's second country to sanction euthanasia and the first to legalize it for children. Psychiatric cases remain controversial, especially when they involve someone as young as Kelly. Mental health patients account for 3%. At 3% of the 17,000 people they killed since the law was changed in a country of 11 million citizens.
Okay, maybe I didn't clarify my point before.
Euthanasia.
I mean, when I talk about assisted suicide, I'm thinking of people that are like terminally ill, or they're like super old, and they just want to.
But that's our soft version of it for the American public.
Yeah, but I mean, when you allow, what was she, 23 years old? That's like the equivalent of allowing your 7-year-old to transition to a different gender. I mean,
it's a spanking.
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
She's
But
of
anyway.
age. Let her kill herself.
Yeah,
But
I
what-
don't care if she does. It's her life. I mean,
Yeah, but what if she regrets it later on? Not that she could, but you know what I mean?
if she could.
Yeah, she may really be
I
regretting
don't know.
it. Fuck. Yeah, that's what I'm saying,
Next
man.
time.
I mean, if somebody wants to do it, let them go have at it. Go nuts. You're just burdening the fucking population. I don't know.
Exactly.
Like,
I mean, you're keeping doctors and hospitals in business.
I'm just getting very, my tolerance level for useless people on society are getting very low.
Oh, hello.
Almost to Hitler levels. I'm getting worried here, guys.
I think that I belong in the Illuminati.
Man.
So wouldn't this just be like another form of like social Darwinism then, right?
Just want to start handing out bootstraps to people and say, pull them up, bitch.
I think I said that last week.
Oh, man.
We need to pull up your bootstrap day.
Just pull those bootstraps up. Come on. Get it.
Fucking mental health. I even had that shit on the goddamn Facebook picture app you do with the grandkids. The funny faces. Oh, here's your mental health day.
You know what? You can't make
border.
You can't make diamonds
honest.
without a little bit of pressure. You know, you gotta deal with that stress in your life, and you persevere, and you get through it.
Oh my God.
And if you don't, you put a bullet in your brain. Those are your two options. I don't know what to
There
tell
you go.
Like, and I guess you could go and get medicated and go down that route. It works for some people. More power to them. I don't like medicines. Don't think people should get medicined. But you know, it's a thing.
Not as
And it works.
yeah.
It works for
I
people.
just think that's insane that's even a thing that she like wants to have the right to do it. It's like, don't you like have your hand and like maybe, a knife to be able to do that? But it's like, it's really sad that somebody would ever get to that point. I mean, I've gone through shit myself in the past, but like never could get to that point. And I think it's always going to be the worst for the people that like actually care for that person,
It is.
So
Yep, because they're gone.
Really,
They just leave
really,
the aftermath.
it is free will, but I don't think that it's right for someone to do it. I would say that. I would say that's like a morality thing.
You have an
that-
ethical. You're opposed ethically to it. I'm opposed ethically to it.
I mean, I think I can't physically stop somebody from doing that if I'm not around. If I walked up to some room or something and somebody was about to like jump off a building and I was high up there with them, I would definitely try to like talk him out of it.
Oh yeah, man,
That's what I'm
definitely,
trying
yeah.
to say.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure everybody would, like 9 times out of 10, like everybody would. It depends upon how insane that he was, you know what I mean? Because then if someone like really was insane, then that's like different. It depends upon like the fucking situation. But
And grab
I
you.
guess what I'm trying to say is that don't do it.
No, don't do it. Don't jump. Come on. It's like it's like that Third Eye Blind song. Come on. I wish you would step back from that ledge. Come on.
I love that song.
Somebody blast some Third Eye Blind. I'm getting it queued up. We're making this happen. No, we're not. But really,
Where's
you want
Felix?
to talk about crazy people? There was, I'm sure I've told this story before, but I was at Walgreens once and I was getting in my car, and this lady came running up to my car, and this was when I was with my ex and her kid, and she was banging on the window, and I was like, what the fuck? And she's like, the world's gonna end. She's like, we're all gonna die. And her eyes were fucking, she could have been just whacked out because she had super dilated eyes. But she just was running to every single car in the parking lot and telling all these people this. And I was like, oh man, that's nuts.
Whoa.
Yeah,
He was on
she,
some
she was
bad
fucking
drugs.
wild. She was
That
whacked
reminds me of that. That reminds me of that one chick that was running around Las Vegas right before the shooting happened 2 years ago on October. She was
Yes.
telling
out.
everybody, "You're all gonna die. You're all gonna die."
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's right.
That is right, man. That's fucking nuts.
I saw a drug deal in Safeway parking lot yesterday, and I think there was a gun involved.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
Well, you know what I would have said, Suzanne? Probably this right here.
I wish you would step back from that ledge, my friend. You could cut ties with all the lies that you've been living in. And if you do not want to see me again, I would understand. I would understand.
All right, that's all I need. That's all I need. A third
Yeah.
eye blind, just a little
I
bit.
think you can play licensed songs for like 30 seconds before you get flagged.
Oh, dude, we're on Grimerica FM. I could play licensed music for days. They won't do anything. We don't use YouTube. I can do what I want on here. We don't cultivate a fan base through YouTube. Come on. Although I think Zach Hawkins found us through Jerry's YouTube, so I take that back. Shout out to Zach Hawkins. And shout
Yeah,
out
but
to
it
Hey
wasn't
Joey
from.
J.
It was from my Moon stuff, not from Cruising Mistake.
The Moons.
But whatever.
We're gonna pretend it's from Cruising with Steak. And shout out to Danny Warbucks, Hey Joey J. Shout out to Anubis Rising, Zach Hawkins, Booty Rooter, everybody else in the chats. Thanks for hanging, you guys.
He's definitely in the Discord
Steak.
because of the show.
Yeah, totally. But where's James Cruz at? He's
Yeah, what's
been
going on
very-
with James?
He's been very elusive this show. I don't like it. I do not
Yo,
like. Oh,
I'm
there
here.
he is. There he is. James, talk
Are you
to me
tired,
for a little
James?
bit. Give me some stuff,
Yeah,
man. I
just
haven't
not,
heard
I don't
much
know. Yeah,
from you.
just kind of out of it, not feeling good.
Oh man,
He's like me last week.
I'm sorry, James.
Do you have a cold?
Are you okay? Do we need to talk?
I'm fine now. Yeah, I
everything all right?
just been. I had to take that break earlier. I don't know. I think it's just like stomach thing or something. I have no.
You getting sick?
Yeah, yeah. It's got to be some type of weird.
You getting sick of the show, James? You quitting the podcast?
Are you kidding me? No way, dude. No,
Man.
I just hit at me at of course, the wrong time.
Yeah, man.
Thank you
All
much.
right. Well, I love you, and I'm sending you good
Yeah.
vibes. Sending it through the ether. We're gonna get you better.
Good vibes,
Power of
eh?
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody pray for
All of
James
us
right
are.
now. Everybody out there pray
Yeah.
for James.
Hey man,
Send
I'll
some
take
good vibes.
some good vibes.
Hell yeah.
But I'm here. I'm listening. I'm laughing, dude. I'm like,
Can you give me
if I
like 15 seconds of Trump sound bites for a little bit?
Yes.
Oh man. Well,
Are you at the soundboard?
does anybody got a good story I can play? I can play along with a funny story or something. Anybody got any ghost stories, spooky stories?
Spooky
It's
stories.
that time of year, right?
Spooky stories.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't. God, you.
I'm really rich.
you caught me off guard.
Yeah, buddy.
I have no
Yeah.
spooky stories.
I have really nothing better to do.
I'm really getting used to being president.
He really is. He really is. 4 more years.
They've done so much to ridicule me over the years,
4 more years.
and we're going to have a lot of fun tonight.
Like that one.
He had kind of that,
Oh.
that Alex Jones warble in his voice.
Oh yeah.
How are we doing in Syria?
You're doing great.
Wow. That was
Hold
good.
on.
Tulsi.
Wow.
Yeah, let's ask Tulsi. Yeah.
Remember when he
Can't
said
beat
this is
Mexico
the calm
at
before the
border
storm?
or in trade.
You remember when he said a lot of stuff all
And
the
everybody
time?
like freaked out and all that stuff. Well, I was reading the article and they were going to dinner. They were all going to eat dinner right after that. And that's
they?
I'm pretty sure that's what he meant. The calm before the storm. The picture was the calm before they all like grubbed out.
Oh, I'm 100% with you, Suzanne.
Yeah.
On McDonald's.
Because I'm totally not on board with QAnon, but you know,
I
it's a
will
thing.
fight for you with every breath in my body, and I will never, ever let you down.
No.
It's my president. Yeah.
Oh man, man, dude, I don't know what's gonna happen. They're literally not paying attention to any Democratic candidates except for like Biden. I haven't seen him in the news.
don't have anybody.
What a mess.
I
What a
haven't seen
mess.
like Biden's just dropped off. All they're talking about is Hillary and Tulsi right now. That's all that's going on.
Yeah.
So
Showdown.
it's like, but is that a way? Like, I think they're trying. Here's my theory with Tulsi.
Showdown.
They're trying to get all of the voters that, you know, they don't really want to vote for Trump, but they want to vote for that outsider candidate that's like, fuck, you know, I don't want war, like, screw this stuff. So I think the DNC might be propping Tulsi up as this, like, we have this renegade on this side that everybody hates on this side, and she's just part of this game plan that they have. That's possible. I don't like the whole Russian asset thing is bullshit. Like, I think that they're just, I think that they may know that the Russian stuff is such bullshit. Like, anybody that they label as a Russian asset, or they even had David Duke come out and endorse her. Like, they need to know that the public is wise onto this shit. That the public is like, okay, if they label them this, it's bullshit. So they might be like playing like ahead of that, assuming that the people know it's bullshit, trying to get that Tulsi vote.
Okay, but only a little percentage of the people know that it's bullshit. The rest
That
of
is
those other
true.
people, the NPCs that you were saying
I know.
were walking around your store like zombies, those people do not know.
I think too it could have been a test by Hillary to see what kind of response she would get, and then decide she'll get in the race.
And she
That
added
could-
a
yeah.
policy page to her website.
Hillary, she wanted to see
Tom will
if
put in the chat.
Really?
We don't know. We don't know, Booty.
She added a policy page to her website.
Yes, Tom put it in there.
Oh god.
And Tulsi challenged her to run.
Yeah,
okay,
Tulsi
that's
did.
Tulsi
She threw down the
and-
gauntlet.
She
Yeah.
called her out. Yeah.
And Trump, both of them
And with her
challenged
pattern
her.
of blaming other people, she'll just say, well, Tulsi made me do it.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's. I mean, it's. They have nobody. They have
Why I
nobody.
lost 2.0.
Yes, why I lost 2.0. Can't wait.
What if
Oh,
she
man.
won? What if she won? Like, what if they rigged it and she won?
that's what they tried to do last election.
Did they though?
I
have we
think so.
Or have we been getting mind fucked this entire time since 2016? Did they?
Well,
Is this whole thing designed? Donald Trump won. We're gonna cause all this rage. They're gonna have Hillary swoop in, scam an election, get this. Like, is this whole entire thing just a huge manipulation?
Well, I would say so too, like to some extent, because I mean, when Hillary was head of the State Department, we sold uranium to Russia, and now she's trying to call other people Russian agents. I mean,
Yeah.
come on. I mean, that's projection right there. I mean, that's complete fuckery to the nth degree.
That's what they do best.
Yeah,
It's
that's
like
why
you're
I don't
having an
vote.
affair and then you keep, like telling your spouse, "Oh, I know you're cheating on me."
Oh, it's true. It's that. Yeah.
Totally.
That projection. Yes.
Yeah.
You are
calling
what I
somebody
say
out,
I
what
or
doing- yeah, exactly.
You are what I am, or something, some shit like that.
Yeah.
Oh man. Man, Jerry's
So I
gonna-
cannot wait. So I think this is what's going to happen. I think she's going to announce Donald's going to win. Although there's a little part of me that I don't know. It's a little concerned, but pretty sure Don's going to win.
I just,
And then we're going to go to war with Iran.
I don't. I mean,
Because
honestly,
war
right.
is the best way to prop up this fucking economy. And if it starts going to shit, You know he's not going to
But-
want the economy
but
to
we
go
don't
bad,
even-
so we're going to go to war.
We don't even need to go to war. Like, we could prop up our economy just by selling arms to all the other countries going at war and stuff.
People are running
'Cause
out
if,
of cash,
if
though.
the rest of the world is burning, that does. I mean, they might be running out of cash, but what this world lives on is debt. Like, we are a debt-based world. Like, everything is debt.
but-
So it's like, we'll give you
Yeah.
this
True.
stuff, but now you owe us all this. You owe us all this. We basically own half of the world in debt, like, which is not even true. I mean, we're
But
so
there's
fucked,
going to have
but-
to be a reset, like how after the crash of '29, and then
Yeah,
and
you
then
just
we
print
had
more
the world
cash, like Anubis
wars.
Rising says. Print more cash.
But-
Keep printing
Well,
it.
Yeah, but I mean, a
It's
lot of other
fractional
things went
reserve
into-
banking.
Yeah.
It's a never-ending story,
until we're
man.
going to buy loaves of bread with wheelbarrows full of
Okay,
money.
but what happened after World War II? The Industrial Revolution happened.
Mhm.
That kickstarted the whole baby boomer. Well, the war started the baby boomer thing. But how do you think the baby boomers made so much money and like shit was fun? It was great. The 60s, 70s, and 80s were high times.
Well, wasn't it pretty
90s it
shitty
started
when
going downhill.
wasn't it pretty shitty in the 70s, like during Carter and stuff?
Dude, we had a
like-
fucking gas crisis. Nah, that was. I don't think so. I think a lot of people made a lot of money.
yeah.
You couldn't make the kind of money that the boomers made. I mean,
and
it's
it
all
was
relative.
probably simpler or easier to get loans. It was easier to get a job that was actually paying your thing. There was trades you could get into, and people had work ethic because their dads beat their ass. So it was just a
and there
different world.
was you could still retire at fucking 55 and
I don't
live
think that
decently.
I don't think the Industrial Revolution was after World War II. I think that was when we moved from a more of an agricultural-based society in America to people living in cities more and having manufacturing jobs. And of course, child labor laws were crap back then. But
Oh yeah,
I
man, you
think-
could be 12 years old working in a factory. Cutting
yeah,
sheet
that
metal.
that was when the Industrial Revolution happened. It wasn't after World War II. What happened after World War II is because we brought all those Nazis back into our country, and then we got all that technology, and that's where shit exploded. I mean, that's how we got NASA, and then probably the modern military-industrial
Yeah,
complex.
and that's when
from that.
everything blew up, like GE and everything just blew up. You had appliance, just things were just nuts. Things got crazy. The fucking that great American dream, the white picket fence, the nice car.
Yeah, dude, when you
Well,
can
so
order
there's
houses from
been
Sears
several
catalogs, I mean, come on.
industrial revolutions.
Yeah,
So the first one
yeah.
was in the 1700s. So that
Yeah.
well, okay, maybe that was something that was driven home in school for me, thinking that it was after the World War II.
Well, I just feel
It's
like
just
they kind of like in school that was just like not much things like after World War II. That's when the country like got on track and everything was like how it was
Yeah.
supposed to be, and nothing like how we talk 1947. That's when the fucking world changed. Everything changed in 47.
Right, exactly.
They switched, but but we don't know. Oh man, who'd we lose? What happened to Jer? Oh wait, he said,
He said
be
he'd
right
be
back.
right back. Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
it's all madness.
Yeah, but not to go back to the whole Hawaii thing, but
Go
I
back
did
to
learn.
whatever you want, Bill.
Well, man, I was listening to this documentary today, and Hawaii was recognized as a sovereign nation in like the I don't know late 1700s, early 1800s, and even Britain gave them a gift, one of their flags, and you know how big the British Empire was back then. It was the empire on the sun, which the sun never set on.
The sun never set. Yep.
And in order for Britain to like not just come over and take over that archipelago, I mean that's wild. And then a few years later, the U.S. swoops in and just scoops it up and says, okay, this is ours now. And the native population never had any say in it. So I mean, legally it is completely off the ledge. Like it should have never happened. So that that just blew my mind, because even the royal family of Hawaii was making diplomatic visits to all these countries all over the world for a long time. They even incorporated Britain's flag into their own, but Britain never like took them over as a colony. I mean, they were always a sovereign nation, recognized throughout the world. And then sometime in like the late 1800s, the United States decided to move in and say, okay, well, we have a bigger military than you, so we're in charge now. And that's how we got Hawaii.
Wow. That's how we got a lot of places.
Didn't it have to do with the sugar plantations too?
It had a lot to see. There was a set of like
there's a whole slave thing going on over there too.
I don't know about that, but there were 13 prominent 13, get that number, 13 prominent like business people that had economic interests already established in Hawaii. And when the U.S. military came over, they said it was to protect the interests of the settlers. It's settlers from the United States of America, obviously, not the the people that were already living there. And there was some ambassador that was misrepresenting his allegiance, ambassador to the U.S., and so he was misguiding the Hawaiian royal family. And so eventually this group of 13 people called like the Council for Safety or some shit like that. I can't remember the exact name. But anyway, they subverted the legitimate sovereign recognized government of Hawaii. And when they brought the military in, all they could do was abdicate because Hawaii can't, they can't compete with the U.S. military. I mean, there's no way.
No. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, there's no way they could.
So, I mean, we pretty much.
It's funny that there was 13 people they were protecting.
Yes, yeah. Isn't
13 families. Yeah. Huh.
Very strange how those numbers always appear.
The Matrix Code.
It is. I totally believe it, Suzanne. There's something going on. Something going on in this world. The more you pay attention, the more you fucking pick up on just weird shit that just shouldn't be happening. It's just
definitely
strange.
It's a simulation, man.
Could be.
If you really think about it, like, especially if you're high, or you could really like fracture your brain.
I think I do every day. Yes. That's why I need to tune out sometimes. It's just too much. We're just like, it's just too much to handle. But you know what? You know what I'm thinking? I got, we're going to do this right here. We're going to play this jingle.
Bum, 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 chicka, bum, bum. Share a memory that's unique to you. A memory worth retelling. And don't be afraid of being judged. Cause cruising with steak is a designated safe space.
Hey, let's share some memories. I'm going to put you on the spot right now, MellowHorus, because you're kind of new around these parts. I don't know a lot about you, so give me some stories, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself. Share some memories.
Well,
get it.
I was originally I'm from Dallas originally.
Oh yeah.
And I lived there up until I was like 6, and then I moved to Omaha, Nebraska. And if you were to ask me what the earliest thing that I can remember is my 3rd birthday party, my parents had like a pony, and I was riding on that shit. And then I remember
I had a pony.
And then I remember the first time that what's the word? I felt like physical pain was when I stepped on.
When the pony raped you.
No. I was like,
Sorry.
I think that it was like the same year. I stepped on the outside of the carpet where there's like those like spikes or whatever, and that should hurt so bad.
Oh, spiked carpet? I know all about that.
Yeah. Ever since then, I'm like on the lookout for that shit all the time. Okay, so a little bit more until I like talk for like 4 hours about every detail.
Dude, we got 24 minutes to kill in this show. Go for it.
So my house in Omaha, Nebraska was dope as fuck. We had like at least 4 or 5 miles of woods behind our house.
Oh, that's awesome. So you were like in the woods all the time growing up.
Oh yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh yeah.
I'm a woods boy. I know that.
I was in the woods a lot.
I know that life.
I remember this one time. It snows so much there, dude. That's why I fucking love the snow, man. It was so much fun. And I remember my parents told me you can go sledding like wherever you want because there's a bunch of hills that were around the house. Like basically, like our house was in a cul-de-sac, and it was like down a hill. So we could just go down that hill, and it was like, yeah, it's kind of fun, but like I want to go down the hill that leads like down the woods, because there's like a trail or whatever.
Oh, dude, wood sledding is
there's hella trees in the way.
Exactly, you always hit trees. Wood sledding, you can't do it. You can't do it.
And my brother was doing it, right? And my brother's at the time I was 7, so he was like 14. So my parents were kind of like, yeah, you go do whatever, you're like that age. So like I was watching him do it, and he wasn't home that day, and I was hanging out with some neighborhood friends, and there's a whole different there's a crazy part about those fucking those friends. Like I got to tell you all about too. So we're going down the sled or whatever, and we're like sledding down that one hill. I'm like, okay, so let's go to that hill by the tree. So we do that shit, and I'm in the back of the sled to like steer, and my buddy Matt is like sitting in the front, and let's just say Matt's leg like completely clocked a tree, man.
Oh, God.
Dude, and my hand was like stuck in like a bunch of dirt and like snow where like the sled was. Like I was basically like locked onto him. I don't remember how the fuck I was stuck, but I was stuck. I could not get up. And he's screaming. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, help, screaming help. And eventually, yeah,
it's hilarious. Do you ever think back on it that like you were just a 7-year-old kid, so it could have been some real stupid shit you were stuck on, but that would have been real easy to get out of just your little kid?
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I think I was legitimately stuck. But probably though, I was probably like so like traumatized and shocked. And I was trying to stay with him, and I was like, "Get you warm, take my jacket. Like, you're good, dude. You're good." Because he was just laying there, like, he was in like a shit ton of pain.
Yeah.
And he had a cast for a while, but we were still friends. I had a trampoline. I had like a tree house there too. That was like dope. That like I helped kind of build. My parents built it, but I kind of like watched. It was cool. I helped a little bit, that was a really cool spot. And okay, so one of the neighborhood friends, right? So there was like a family of like there was 3 friends that were siblings, and there was Matt, and then like his little sister, and then I think the little brother's name was Philip. And Phil he didn't like wearing clothes. Okay, so he, right up until like the second year that I knew this kid, he was naked like all the time.
What?
And he was probably like, he was probably like 6, and I was like, it was hella weird. Like he just walked around everywhere in the neighborhood like butt ass naked.
That's weird, man.
Like wearing clothes. Yeah, I know. It's like one of those like weird ass like what the fuck was that?
Yeah, that's kind of weird.
And then like eventually I was like, Matt, I just want to hang out with you. So then I just hung out with Matt. He didn't really come over.
It's a good call. Yeah, get away from that naked kid.
Shut up. Yeah. So I'd hang out with Matt and Catherine, and they were really cool. Catherine was like my first like crush, and she was cool. And then I moved to Nashville when I was like 9, and I was pretty sad about like leaving that house because like all the woods was pretty fucking dope, man. I'd be out there all the time because I was homeschooled too. Forgot to mention that. Yeah. So both of my siblings were like, they went through school. I think my brother was homeschooled for like 1 year, but like my mom like wanted to homeschool me for some reason. I don't know why. So she was like my teacher. And I was homeschooled up until like 5th grade. So when I moved to Tennessee,
because you were special.
Yeah. That's what she said. That's what she said. So that shit was pretty cool. So I had like a lot of time to, you know, be by myself. But I also had friends too. Like there was like still friends around like the neighborhood and like some other kids that were like homeschooled and shit that I would hang out with. So I moved to Tennessee and then started going to school, and I went to like a private school.
Man,
and
homeschooled
it was that same school that I got kicked out of. Yeah, it was that same school that I got kicked out of. Years later, I came back to that school because in 8th grade I was like, I want to go to public school. So I went to public school up until man, like I have a pretty crazy fucking teenage life of what. So when I was 16, when I was 15, my freshman year, me and my friends, this is long into, or like a couple years into it, when I started to like smoke weed and shit and kind of like, you know, fucked around with a bunch of other stupid drugs, like not like anything like hard or anything like meth or heroin or anything like that.
Oh yeah, man.
Crack.
No, we're smart people.
Yeah. So when I was 15, my friends and I, during like the end of the school year, had this great idea to like take our parents' cars on weeknights and like drive around and get high and fucking be stupid as fuck. So one night, of course, I was taking my stepmom's car at the time, and I got pulled over. Long story short, you know, I got like charged with you know, like a possession and like a bunch of other stupid shit. That, you know, I ran, and my buddy ran too, and he ran all the way back to his house, made it to his house, and like pretend like he was sleeping. The cops came, and I didn't even say his name either. Like I didn't say anybody's
like
name.
he was sleeping.
Figured it out.
Didn't someone just play Flock of Seagulls?
He didn't get charged.
Seagulls. I ran so far away.
Dude, it was crazy. So I ran all the way around the like cul-de-sac and like came back, and I realized I still had the drugs on me. So I was like, oh my God, I'm so dumb.
Yeah,
because I was like, I can't do anything now because they see me. So, and oh yeah, by the way, my house was right down the street. Right down the street, because I was dating this girl at the time that lived like right down the street. So, and we parked the car there, and a cop like pulled up out of nowhere. So, I got sent to like a wilderness therapy thing for like 60 days, where you're like out in the woods with like a bunch of other people. One guy got like multiple people that showed up there, and like the group that I was in, they had like people like wake them up in the middle of the night and be like, come on, you're getting on a plane, you're going somewhere. And one kid's parents weren't even home when it happened.
What?
And he was there like the second day that I got there. And
so they just come and drag you out of your house?
Yeah. Your parents can legally like let somebody like do that, and they would get on planes or like drive all the way there. This was in North Carolina. And that was actually a wonderful experience. I had a lot of fun.
Wilderness.
I was sober. Yeah, I was sober, doing like some yoga, going on long hikes, ate some like lentils, beans, and rice for like dinner.
You know,
And like we had,
man, that'd have been way better if you would have had a couple of joints
was like,
to smoke while you were there.
I know. And like half the people were there for just weed.
Wow.
Oh man.
Yeah. More than half the kids that were there, it was just weed. But there was a couple kids that was like pretty sad. Like they were like doing heroin and shit.
You know what? I just want to say this seems like a 100% clear-cut case of white privilege. Because, you know, if you were a black kid, you'd be just in jail right now. Like, there's really, you wouldn't be in an awesome wilderness retreat camp.
Well, it was either I'd spent like a month there and then I had it on my record the whole time, or like, you know, the state like recommended some shit like that, and my parents had the money at the time, but that was also like my college fund.
That's all right.
My dad like told me that, so that shit was
if it got you
kind
out of college,
say what?
If it got you out of college, so it sounds like a win-win.
Yeah, true that, but I'm thinking about maybe going back for like something, but I don't know. I'm still very young, but probably not. I'm probably just gonna do my thing. I'm probably gonna do like my own thing, and
yeah, just start a Patreon and do something. There you go.
Yeah, music is really what I want to do. I've been making beats since I was like 16.
Hell yeah!
And I don't really have anything.
Oh, okay.
I don't really have anything finished, but I can like show you some like ideas that I've had.
Yeah.
They're like pretty old, but I've been like taking a pretty long break because past couple years are just, you know, I'm getting used to being an adult. And
yes.
Oh, dude, you haven't even hit your Saturn.
Shit.
You haven't even hit your Saturn return yet, man. Your life will get fucked up in about 3-4 years. You're about to get jacked up. That's what it was for me, man. Right when about between like 28 and 30, shit was a roller coaster for me. That's when everything changed.
Yeah, I'm really just trying to take it easy and be as patient as I can with myself, and letting myself, you know, really figure out exactly where to start with everything, you know. But I like to start with like, you know, the little things, like trying to make sure my room is semi-clean, or trying to make sure that like my diet is kind of all right, and you know, trying to listen to the right things, like, you know, like certain types of podcasts, like certain types of music, you know, just trying to maintain as positive as an mindset like I like possibly can. Sorry, I've been ranting forever. I feel like I like talk like so much.
No, thank you for talking, Phil, and everything. I wasn't here.
Yeah, that's all right, man. It's good. It's good. We would have had some kind of
hanging around this community. We got your back.
Exactly. You just hang here, man. Everything will be fine. It'll be cool.
Totally got your back.
Yeah.
Stay away from the fast food chains, and you know, do a couple exercises every day.
Yeah.
No, wait. Only eat Chick-fil-A.
Yeah. Only eat Chick-fil-A, and don't smoke crack. Don't do heroin, and you're good. Fuck
I'm
Chick-fil-A.
getting all this amazing advice. You guys are amazing.
Hell yeah.
Real. Like, you guys are really cool. I'm glad that I stumbled upon y'all's chat room, and
no doubt. Yeah.
Welcome.
It's weird how it happens, and then it's just meant to be.
One of us. Yeah.
Dude, I'll tell you from my own personal experience, hanging out with these guys and meeting these guys in real life, you know, has done loads of good for me.
It's fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. We cut out our little fucking section of the fucking world and made it a better place for us. So I'll take it. It's pretty good. James, give me some final thoughts. I need something from you tonight.
To be fair,
To be fair. It's Letterkenny, guys. Give me a listicle or something, James. You need to give me something tonight. I need some James Cruise in my life.
Dutch, Keef, Dank, Assassins of Youth, Weed, Uptown, Nose Bears, Booger Sugar, Stripper Salt, Coke, Boomers, Hug Drug, Little Fellas, E-Bombs World, MDMA, Zoomers, Boomers, Cracker Stackers, Simple Simon, Release the Chocolate Hostage, Bust the Grumpy, Call in a Code Brown.
You talk about drug slang and taking shit slang there going on?
Oh yeah, dude. No one does a tweet. Fuck, it feels fucking sweet.
James, stop reading the Letterkenny quotes. You're losing it.
Yeah, I know.
I thought this was a recap of the topics we covered this show.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it's possible. I mean, there's.
How are you? Nah.
There's things. James, you got a new painting going on behind you there on the wall?
What's Letterkenny?
Letterkenny is a show on a Hulu. It's a Canadian show, and it's pretty hilarious. Pretty good.
It also encodes the number pi, if you were wondering.
Apparently it
really?
Does. Wow.
Yeah.
Huh.
Did the gematria on it Mr. Marty Leeds' gematria calculator on his website.
Yeah. Huh.
And because it reduces down to 7, not to get off topic here, but there's also 7 seasons of Letterkenny supposedly. I don't know. I haven't watched it, but I don't know. It's just kind of weird.
Yeah. I don't know. Like we were talking earlier, it just popped up recently in the suggestion thing, and I've heard of it before. Yeah, like maybe once. And that was it. So we checked it out, and I know Grim said he's plowed right through it, almost all of it.
Hell yeah!
But it's good.
It's good.
James, did you finish Tack on Titan?
Oh yeah, man.
As a matter of fact, this Thursday, we're doing Shonen Dump Attack on Titan. So yeah, man, if you want to join in, we're talking Thursday night. It's gonna be an anime episode.
We're gonna do the whole thing because that's the only way you can do it, dude.
I'm gonna binge. I'm gonna
After learning all this now, it's like, what the fuck?
Yeah, dude, it's a whack. It's a whack.
It's quite an amazing show. Yeah.
So for anybody,
I'll explain why it's my favorite freaking anime I've seen so far, and I've seen a bunch recently.
Yeah,
so,
man. It's mine too, for sure.
It's amazing. I couldn't believe it. Anyway.
Anywho.
Strange Realities 2020. You guys should absolutely
gotta do something like that. Yeah.
2020. Yeah.
Trying to do something like that.
Maybe we can try to go to a couple different ones.
Mellow, weren't you supposed to be at Crypticon this year? You said you were thinking about coming up, right?
Yeah, I just feel like it was coming up to it, and I should have planned sooner.
That's how things happen.
Financially stable and everything like that.
Well,
I'm bummed I missed it though. For real, I'm sure it was a lot of fun.
That's cool.
But we've plenty of times in the futures. Things.
You guys going to CAC? Who's going to CAC? Anybody?
If it's like $800-$900 again, you call me out.
Yeah,
that's. I don't know.
If they could bring it closer to our area,
if they bring it out east and they don't charge me anything to go to it, I'm all in. or like I'll just pay for a hotel room. But yeah, I'm not all about that. It's like it's too expensive. Too expensive. Sorry. I love them to death, and I love what they're doing, and other people can afford it and love it. But it's just it's wild.
Yeah, I've been saving for it. I'm like for sure going. I'm bringing my girlfriend too.
Oh, nice.
I'm excited.
I went to one. I met everybody, and a couple. Was it 2 years ago? Yeah, went to the Oregon one. It's totally different now. Right after that is when they started up the whole new style of these cons. Like, dude,
that's all right. We're gonna have our own. We're gonna have our own Cruising with Steak Fest at.
I can't believe it's been 2 years already.
Yeah, isn't that crazy? Oh man, I know. That's kind of mind blowing too. I mean, I've known him for another 2 years before that, basically, or something, you know. But yeah, it was fun, man, getting to meet everybody, and it was a total just chill vibe. We had a freaking Airbnb house, and we were just kicking it in freaking Oregon, so you can just go down the street to the bodega, buy some shit at the store, bring it back, smoke it. Like it's just crazy. I don't know. It was a good time, man. They're good people. Played D&D live with all my dudes out there. Met Justin. You know, Justin comes in on the show here a few times. From Cat in the Box. Him and Adam. I think they had a show coming out again finally after like
I was giving him
2
shit
months.
I was giving him shit last night. I was
Yeah.
like, dude, when are you guys gonna release a show? What the hell's going on?
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so that should be happening soon.
Things are fun, man. Things are going. So
things are fun. Things are going.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Jerry, who you got on Noxmente tomorrow night?
Tomorrow night we have Eric Millar, who wrote the Disruption Generator, guy from
okay.
the We the Hallowed group out.
Yeah, I remember when we had Keats on, he was plugging that guy's book. So
yep, and I bought it. And it was cool, and invited him on the show.
Nice. That'll be a good time.
And then next week we have.
That's awesome.
Sorry, the week after that we have celebrity psychic Laura Powers.
Laura Powers. Celebrity psychic?
HLN or something. I don't know.
You guys should get celebrity psychic Brett Butler from she used to be in that 90s sitcom Grace Under Fire, I think.
Yeah. She's a psychic. No. I did actually email Kim Russo.
I don't know who that is.
She's the Long Island, not the Long Island psychic, but the other one.
Yeah.
Happy Medium or something like that. I forgot the stupid name.
TV show?
Yeah, she's like short and Italian.
The celebrity. Yeah, that's fucking
the Long Island Medium, I think is what it is.
No, that's that other one is really loud and annoying.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it sounds like Long Island. But
anyway. Yeah, I'd love to get some more. Oh, and I talked to Josh at the show about doing so one of the obelisks we're going to do coming up is Josh with Jessica Morocco, who is she channels Bigfoot families.
Oh,
what? That's awesome.
That's channels be a crazy Bigfoot show, dude.
I like everything about that sentence.
That sounds so cool. Yeah.
All right, cool. So she channels Bigfoot families, or she channels like the Bigfoot Collective, or she said family. So maybe it is just a family.
But
anyway, I was telling Josh about this. I'm like, would you like to talk to someone who channels the Bigfoot Collective? And he's like, fuck yeah. So we're gonna make that happen.
Oh yeah.
Hey, for all those people out there looking for shirts, like Jerry's rocking our Cruising with Steak t-shirts tonight. You can go to cruisingwithsteak.com and find links to buy all that kind of stuff.
I will get Grim a link to the Strange Realities Conference t-shirts with Trump.
Oh, they got some of those too, yeah.
Cool.
So you're not giving away the shirts?
Yeah, you ain't giving away. I'm like, we did, dude. I gave them bitches away.
No, they were charging $20 and they were all gone. They only had
I'm sure we could have got money for them, but maybe. I didn't want to take the chance, and it was cool. It gave, I don't know. People are blown away that like just for talking. We hooked them up with shirts.
Yeah, that was like the best like reverse marketing scheme like ever.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty. I mean,
we thought about it for like 2 seconds. And we're like, yeah, just give them away. Yeah. I mean, it made complete sense.
We would have had to fill out a lot of
time.
tax forms and a lot of weird stuff. And
F all that.
Things would have got weird when we started.
But it made you guys so much more popular at the conference. So in my opinion,
it helps, man. Yeah, there was always people there.
We were the most visited booth.
No doubt.
That is true.
It was crazy weird.
There was a picture of us on their Facebook.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
We were on the local news.
Jerry liked it. We were on the local. No, we weren't. That would have been pretty cool. Though.
Yeah, look for.
Yeah, that one guy was filming from the news channel.
Oh.
Filmed that one dude over there.
Omi, the chick with the purple hair. One of them.
Yeah, exactly.
The beardless one.
In the sea of purple hair. I think that'll do it for tonight, guys.
The nerds, creep nerds, or whatever.
The Creek Nerds.
Sorry, I
It's
missed
been a
most
beautiful
of it, but
night.
It was fun.
Bill, MellowHorus.
Yeah.
Wow,
Suzanne.
good episode, guys.
Jerry. Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Let's all give ourselves a pat on the back right now. Nice pat on the back. Good job, guys. Good job. Another one in the can. Thanks for listening.
No, man. Yeah,
everybody.
thank you, everybody. I mean, this
Leave
is
us a review.
exactly the dream of it, right? This is the way it's supposed to work.
Oh, hey.
Club, man.
I think I'm going to be on We've Read the Documents this week, so
I leave a link.
Read the
Just post it in the chat, Suzanne. I love it.
Yeah.
I will.
Me too.
Hell yeah. Cool.
Are you?
Well,
No, yeah,
John
everybody.
asked me
Yeah,
if I
this
wanted to
thanks.
come on. I'm like, yeah.
Cool. Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
so
I'll leave it off with a.
Get it, James?
8,737,540,000.
Oh, and Jake's doing a stream every Sunday at 4.
Oh, cool.
Chicken Walrus
Yeah, he used to hang
Oh,
out.
yeah.
Yeah.
on Bitwave.
Don't believe in
Anyone can
5.6.
And it's
Yeah.
nice.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
not
No
about-
doubt. Right.
Don't believe the
KKK.
5.6.
There it is.
Sorry.
That's all I really needed in my life.
Mhm.
Shit, there's one more thing. Oh yeah, share the show. Subscribe to the show.
Yeah.
If you know some degenerate friend that you think might like this, tell them, hey, you want to laugh and have some fun for a couple hours? Tell them about this. Hang out, and we'll see you guys next week, I guess. Goodbye.
Till then, cheers.
Bye.
Cheers.
Bye, world.
Goodbye.
Nailed it.
Oh my God, I dropped my cup of noodles on my phone.
One, two, three, 2, 2, 3, 3, 2. You're fussing, you're fighting when you come around. Won't be enough. Come on and get me, I'm homesick and I'm bored. Just one kiss will roll me over. Drive me to both sunsets. Just one more. The rose comes out in the nighttime drops, and she falls. And the creeps and the crawls of the night on a wrong turn down the road. Well, just one kiss will roll me over. Drive me to both sunsets. Just one more. Why do you hide in your eyes, in your dreams, in the night? Sarah left the light on in the daytime in a room so bleak. Well, just one kiss will roll me over. Drive me to both sunsets. Just one more. meet 'em both. Sunset